They said democracy couldn't be bought. They couldn't be more than wrong. When the bulldozers rolled up into the east wing of the White House this past week, they didn't just take down 80 years of history. They dug a goddamn grave. And not for marble or for memory, but for what little integrity was left in the American presidency. What was rising in its place isn't just a ballroom. It's a monument to the most audacious pay-to-play scheme in modern American history. I'm Tracy Rigdon. Let's talk about it. Trump calls it his visionary expansion of the People's House. Everyone else calls it what it is: demolition porn for a man obsessed with destroying symbols of democracy and replacing them with shrines to himself. I mean, he's building an arch, too. The East Wing came down. Bulldozers shredded the structure where first ladies used to work, where history lived. I mean, Trump watched the destruction like a kid at a monster truck rally. Music to my ears, he said. Well, in a sick way, he was right, because the sound of democracy dying has become the Trump era's national anthem. I mean, if you think about it, it was definitely more than a construction. It was consecration. It wasn't just rebuilding the White House. It's repossessing it, turning a public institution into a private playground financed by billionaires, foreign governments, and corporate titans who've learned the fastest way to policy power is through the gift shop at Mar-a-Lago. Follow the money. Trump claims the $300 million ballroom project is privately funded. That may be true in the same way a mobster's restaurant is locally owned. The donor list reads like a Silicon Valley roll call of shame. Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Apple, Meta, Palantir, Lockheed Martin, each of them dropping millions like it's a Kickstarter for corruption. YouTube's $22 million donation? Well, technically, it's a settlement from Trump's lawsuit over his ban from their platform. But let's not kid ourselves. That's not charity. It's protection money. Palantir, the surveillance giant, feeding data to half of federal law enforcement, raked in over $800 million in new contracts this year alone. Lockheed, Amazon, Microsoft, all got theirs too. It isn't a ballroom. It's a bribe room. Then there's Qatar, the foreign sponsor in the wings. The oil-rich Emirate gifted Trump a $400 million Boeing 747, supposedly for government use. But here's the real deal. At the exact same time, Qatar signed up a deal, $5.5 billion deal, with the Trump Organization to build a luxury golf resort. And let's not forget that he's not even going to be able to fly in that goddamn thing while he's in office. Of course, he gets to take it home and then fly it around like it's a museum, but he's going to fly it. And we're paying $1 billion for the retrofit. Good God. And it wasn't some spontaneous royal favor. Sources say it was Trump's own people who reached out. His own envoy, Steve Witkoff, calling Boeing to find a foreign donor willing to assist. The translation for that, kids? Find a government desperate enough to buy access. It's not diplomacy. It's extortion with upholstery and gold leaf. Trump's legal team pulled off a masterpiece in legalized corruption when it comes to the ballroom. Instead of cash gifts, corporations donate to a federal construction project. A loophole exploited, statutes sidestepped, everyone smiles for the cameras. And the payoff? Private dinners in the People's House where executives pitch their pet issues to the commander-in-chief over Wagyu sliders and champagne. Apple wants to have softer trade rules. Meta wants the feds to back off its back. Lockheed, of course, they want contracts. Lockheed wants contracts. Hell, the military, through Hegseth, just got multi-million-dollar contracts, as they always do, and as long as you treat them right. Every chandelier crystal in that ballroom is going to glitter with a little corporate blood on it. It's the return of Tammany Hall, if you will. Only this time, it's coded in HTML and hosted on Amazon Web Services. The Gilded Ages have returned. We've seen this movie before. The Gilded Age of the 1800s, when tycoons bought senators and sold democracy by the pound. Only now, the tycoons are tech bros and defense CEOs, and the mark is the American presidency itself. They go straight for the jugular. It used to be the most powerful man in the world. It depends on how you look at it, really. Man's a dumbass, but he knows how to grift. Trump's learned the oldest trick in the robber baron playbook. When laws can't protect you, well, rewrite the norms. Sidestep the laws. He tore up his ethics pledges, ignored conflict of interest rules, and convinced millions that corruption's just business as usual. The presidency used to be an institution. Under Trump, it's a franchise. And here's the twisted genius. He's not technically breaking the law in most cases. Every safeguard against this kind of self-dealing relies on voluntary compliance. The courts toss the emoluments case on standing, not substance. Congress blusters, but can't enforce. So Trump found a gap, the no man's land where legality and morality don't overlap, and he built himself a palace on it. It's corruption by design, a system calibrated for impunity. When the founders wrote the Constitution, they never imagined a president so shameless he tested every boundary simultaneously. That's Trump's true innovation, the industrialization of audacity. And here's one of the real dangers. Executive power doesn't shrink. It metastasizes like a cancer. Once a president sells the White House, ballroom, what's next? The Lincoln Memorial brought to you by ExxonMobil? The Rose Garden concrete slab sponsored by Pfizer? We're witnessing the creation of a new political economy where access is currency and democracy is just another product line. Trump's just rewriting norms. He's establishing a precedent that'll outlive him, infect future administrations, and turn government into a vending machine for the highest bidder. At the international angle, look abroad and the pattern holds. Qatar gets a sweetheart deal. Brazil gets tariffs for prosecuting Trump's buddy. Venezuela gets drone strikes and CIA operations straight out of the Cold War playbook. Policy for sale. Regime change on commission. Diplomacy as organized crime. Foreign leaders have gotten the memo. Reward Trump personally, and America plays nice. Cross him, and you're sanctioned, bombed, or publicly humiliated. It's not foreign policy. It's protection racketeering with a flag. Democrats are waving subpoenas like white flags. Oversight committees issue statements. The DOJ twiddles his fucking thumbs. Meanwhile, Trump holds donor dinners in the half-built ballroom. Well, when it gets built. If it's built before he, leaves office, if he ever plans on leaving the office, and it kind of doesn't look like he's going to leave. Serving corruption a la carte. Corporate America keeps showing up, checkbooks in hand, because it's the cheapest insurance policy in town. It truly is. They're not afraid of backlash. They're betting on the burnout, that Americans are too dumb, too exhausted, too distracted to care that their democracy is being pawned off brick by brick. When it's finished, Trump's ballroom is going to sparkle like the Versailles, dipped in fake gold leaf. Tourists are going to be coming by there gasping. Pundits will gawk. And somewhere deep down, America's just going to flinch. Because that room won't just host state dinners, it will be the state dinner. A feast of power, money, and moral decay. Every square inch of that gilded monstrosity screams what Trump has always believed, that everything and everyone has a fucking price. Now, I'm going to close with this thought. The East Wing's demolition was supposed to make room for something beautiful. Instead, it exposed what we've become. A country where the highest office is a vending machine for oligarchs. That golden ballroom isn't just a structure. It's really a mirror. Look into it, and you'll see the reflection of a democracy that sold its soul for access and applause. Trump didn't invent corruption. He kind of perfected it, put it on display, charged admission, and dared this country to stop him. The question now is whether the ballroom gets built, really. It's whether anything sacred in this republic can still stand after he's done redecorating democracy in his own image. This has been the Wisecrackers Dispatch. If you found value in this stuff, share it, talk about it, support independent journalism. Go ahead. You can do it. Because I refuse to kneel before the golden calf. See you next time. You've been listening to the Wisecrackers Dispatch. No fluff, no filters, just the truth and the consequences. If you value independent journalism that calls it like it is, subscribe here on Substack and support the work. Share the episode, forward it to someone who needs it, who needs a wake-up call, and follow me across all the socials and wherever the hell else people scroll these days. Stay informed, stay sharp, and remember, silence serves the status quo. I don't. Peace.